This is unbelievably true that majority of us immigrants who are coming into this country do not know how to take advantage of things that are readily available to us. Now, I've filmed this video before. I wanted to post it, but I was not comfortable to post this. Reason is that sometimes when money talks are being talked about online, some people take this out of context and they just start looking at you and saying things like, oh, this one is rich now, this one is trying to make this one is trying to show off. Trust me, it is not about all of this. There are just majorly two reasons why I'm making this video. One is to let people know that there are some things that are available to you that you may not be knowing and you may not be taking advantage of. Second thing is just to let you know that the reason that all of us are working in the same place does not mean that we are earning the same salary. You know the way it is in Nigeria, and I think in some other African countries, that if both of us are in the same rank, we are earning the same salary because we are working in the same hospital, even though they are different departments. It is not like that here. Reason is that we work different shifts. You are paid per hour, so it depends on what shift you were doing. Was it in the morning? Was it a night shift? Was it a shift during a bank holiday? Was it, stuffs like that? Those are what constitute your salary. And also at the end of the day, it also matters if you're single, if you're married, and how many benefits are you able to claim, like tax credit. So in Ireland, there is what is called tax credit. So what this money means is that the government give these things to some certain people to help you reduce the amount of tax you pay. So this salary that I'm about to reveal was in August 2024. So don't even think that money is still in my account right now, because it's finished, because it was that same month that my mom passed. Before that August, I had planned to go back to school and I was hoping to start my BSc top-up nursing. So I applied, I took a loan, I paid my fee, part payment of my fee. I think the first part payment was about 2,600, 2,005 something euro. So I took a loan of 2,500 euro and then I made this payment. And this loan I'm still paying is going to finish in about 2 months now, right? So when I took this loan and I made this payment, my total school fee was about 6,600 and something euro. So remember I said tax credit is the amount of money that revenue the government is giving to you to reduce the amount of tax you pay. So this varies from situations to situations. There are tax credit given to married people, single people. If you're studying for full-time, part-time education in some certain schools and some certain courses, you could qualify for a tax credit. If you're paying private rent, stuff like that. So because I applied for this school, I put in for my tax credit to be given. And when you are giving tax credit, they kind of backdate it because everything comes back to a total and they will divide it by monthly for weekly, because we are paid for weekly. So they divide it for weekly and there is a particular tax cap for the month and then cap for the month. I don't know how to explain that. Maybe I would just use my pay slip to kind of put some certain things in perspective so you understand.
So this is what I'm talking about, right? This is what I'm talking about. You can see the issue date here. So this was one of my amended tax credit. The issue date is 27 June 2024. And the taxes, my tax credit as at here was personal tax, employee, flat rate, rent, dependent relative. You see, there was nothing like tuition. So these are some of the tax I was eligible to claim as at that time. And when you claim all the taxes, they have their rate in here as you can see. This personal and employee 1,008, and then this 146 was for flat rate. Then rent tax credit as at the time was 750, and then dependent relative and health tax credit. So everything in total was 5,183 euro 60 cents. So when you get that, you now add with, so you see what it is said here. So if I am to earn up to 42,000 euro per year, this amount will be taxed at 20%. You see here, 20%. Anything above here will be taxed at 40%. Then they will come down here and describe it more better for you. You see here that this is the yearly rate, this is the monthly rate, and this is the weekly rate. So every month, if whatever I earn, they are going to deduct 432 euro as tax-free month. So when they calculate, let's say the tax I'm supposed to pay for the month is like 2,000 euro, or like say 1,000 euro, so they will remove 432, and then I will just pay the rate. So it kind of help you reduce the amount of tax. So this was, like I said, in June. So let me show you the month I'm talking about. The following month was now August 2024 that I'm talking about. So I added the tuition, as you can see here. I added the tuition and training fees because of the school fee that I paid. And the school fee, like I said, was 6,000, I think 650. And I was given 993. So instead of the 5,000 something you saw a month before that, it now become 6,176.60 cents. Remember the monthly rate, right? Let me show you what the new monthly rate now become. So you see the monthly rate increased from just 400 something to 514. And if you do the difference, 514 minus the 4, the 3, I think 342 before this, yes, and you subtract that and then add it up from August till January. So that was why they now add it everything, and my next month payslip will differ, which I'm going to show you in due course.
So because of that, I have like a back date of money that I was supposed to earn because of that tax credit, and my salary kind of went from this to that. And I was so excited, but trust me, it was just that 1 month because they kind of paid the back dates and everything added together. So for that month, this was what I was earning.
Let's take a quick dive into my pay slip for that month so that I can explain what I'm talking about. So you see, this period tax credit was 1,093, which means out of everything I'm earning for the month, and then the tax I'm supposed to pay for the month, they will deduct 1,093 euro 96 cents from that salary, from that tax, and whichever is the difference is what I'm going to pay. And as at this point, I was still taxed as a single person, right? And then this period cutoff was 3,561 euro 9 cents. What this means is that at the end of the month, whatever thing you're earning, this amount of money is going to be taxed as 20%, and anything over this amount will be taxed at 40%. So what I earned that month was my real salary, which is 3,737 euro 20 cents. That was my salary for the month. And then my location allowance was 219 euro 80 cents. So that particular month we did like a seminar classes for one Saturday, and we were paid 4.5 hours. It was just 4.5 hours, and the rate was 34 euro because it was time and a half, and we got I got 155 and 28 cents. and the total of that came into 4,111, and the total gross for payee 4,113.28. So then we go into the deductions. This is where it becomes so tricky, because most of these things I actually cannot explain what they are. But what this means was that this pay is just one of the taxes you have to pay. So because I was given like back date of this tax credit I'm talking about, so I had, they were still like owing, they paid back this amount of money, and I was like, they were owing me this 160. So PRSI was this amount, USC, this is my nursing fee, and this one is for this overtime that I did. So this is what you're getting. But because they already paid you a Friday before that, so they will take that off. And the total deduction came up to be just 215. This was because, so that month I literally do not really pay tax. That's what it just means. So that means that everything I was earning, because of the backlog of the rate I was paid, the backlog of the tax credit. I hope you are following. So my gross take home now came back to 3,897. I'm telling you, when I saw this, I was like, I wish I could be earning this every month. No.
If you are a nurse working here and you are not claiming the tax credit that you are due, you might just be losing out on some money. And guess what? This money I paid back. Yes, I paid back because I dropped out of school. When I dropped out of school, I had to, because you can't claim what you did not use. I had to go back to my revenue account and edit and delete that tax credit. And because I deleted it at the end of the month, at the end of the year last year, I was now in turn owing the government 536, I think 536 euro 42 cents. I'm telling you, when I saw it on my tax return, I was like, but I was not so angry. You know why? Because that money came in just at the right time that I needed to use it. So this is like my biggest salary, even though I get to pay back. I get to pay back. I paid back. I was like owing them, so I paid back. So don't think it's still in my account. It's not there. But what am I trying to say? Are there people who earn this amount? Yes, people who are higher in rank, higher in years of experience, they will earn up to this amount. But for people like us, and as you can see from my pay slip, I do not do like I do not do overtime, I do not do a lot of things. Literally, I do not do overtime. I have no differentials, so it's only happen when it is something like this that I have to do, which comes, well, throughout last year. That was the only time we ever had the opportunity to be given overtime because of our the course that we went to. So it is not something that happens every day. But for some of you who will be lucky enough to work in the wards that you have nights, Saturdays, bank holidays, it just add up to be something. So that's why I'm still, making videos, just to give you a bit of a way if you want to do this. So please go ahead. But is it challenging? Yes, it is. But if you are working here as a nurse, do well to look into your tax credit and make sure that you claim everything that is due you. And like this video, because I'm going to be making more like this. Thank you. Give it a thumbs up.